There are many tools out there today that allow you to network, grow your career, and build a professional community for yourself. And you can also sometimes leverage on these tools to build a brand. And among all these tools out there today, very few come close to the power that LinkedIn has. So how can you, as a professional, leverage on the powers of LinkedIn and all the tools it has to grow your brand for career success? Join us as we delve into this topic today on another episode of the CyberSec Migrant podcast. Hello and welcome back, CyberSec Squad. It's time to buckle up and get ready for another exciting episode of the CyberSec Migrant, where we explore the world of cybersecurity, particularly for new immigrants in Canada, and we share tips and industry insights to help you build an awesome career in cybersecurity. I'm your host, Femi, and today we have an absolute treat for you. So hold on, because today we're diving into the topic of leveraging LinkedIn to boost your career in cybersecurity. But before we embark on this journey together, I want to introduce our special guest for today. He's a LinkedIn ninja, a cybersecurity guru, and is the ultimate career catapulting expert. So please welcome our guest for today, Sourabh Aggarwal.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Femi. I am Sourabh Aggarwal. I am PhD candidate, educator, and founder of iTED Consultant Incorporation, a renowned consulting firm in Vancouver. We specialize in offering information technology and education services, specializing in cybersecurity. In addition to my academic pursuits, I have had the privilege of serving as an associate director with the ISACA Vancouver chapter. Through this role, I have actively fostered cooperations between academia and industry, establishing invaluable connections. Moreover, I'm passionate about revolutionizing technology in education and employing innovative approaches to enhance student learning experiences. I take pride in my achievements and remain committed to making a positive impact in the realms of education and technology.
Thank you so much, Sourabh. Welcome today. And we really are feeling the excitement already because we've got a perfect person to give us all the tips we need on how to leverage the secrets of LinkedIn to boost your career and launch your career into the stratosphere. So get ready for an adrenaline-filled episode with explosive insights that will make you the James Bond of the cybersecurity market. So, Sourabh, thank you for coming on again. We really appreciate you coming on today, and we're thrilled to have you here to share your wisdom today with our listeners. But let's get to know you a bit better. Can you just sort of tell us about, yourself, how you've leveraged on LinkedIn to grow your career and those things that you did to get you to where you are today?
Definitely. LinkedIn is the hot topic in the market, and most of the companies, they are looking for LinkedIn instead of a traditional resume. So LinkedIn has been a valuable tool for professionals to grow career opportunities. Through LinkedIn, I have leveraged several strategies to enhance my professional journey, which I would like to share with all of you. Firstly, building a strong professional network has been key, connecting with colleagues, industry experts, and through leaders, because you never know which connection will help you or you will help that connection in future to enhance career opportunities. Secondly, I have used LinkedIn to showcase my expertise. I have established credibility and strengthened my professional reputation by regularly sharing professional accomplishments, projects, and insights. Imagine you are the most intelligent person in a room, but you are
nobody
not
knows.
And no, you're not sharing this thing with anyone in that particular room. How people knows that you know something which can help in building the community. Everyone is sharing their task in order to build a professional community, especially in Vancouver. Secondly,
True.
I have also, as I have discussed, to use LinkedIn for the professional expertise. And one more thing I would like to highlight, LinkedIn has served as a platform for continuous learning and professional development. Access to industry-specific content, online courses, and webinars. You can see my profile, those who will see this webinar and get a benefit of this webinar. You can see my profile that I have posted all of my details on my LinkedIn in terms of professional development. So employers are also looking that, okay, there is a volunteer organization, NGO, and or any organization you have participated as a volunteer. How did you add values to the community? Lastly, participating in industry groups and communities on LinkedIn has provided immense value. engaging with like-minded professionals. First thing, who are like-minded professionals? The professionals which has the same set of expertise like you, and you can see them as a mentor and you can connect with them. Or sometimes you can also share your knowledge with someone, being hired that person as a mentee. In that way, knowledge is a two-way process. Then one more thing, leveraging LinkedIn effective requires active participation. You cannot post something today and after that 2-3 months you have been disappeared from LinkedIn. Not just posting, you're also appreciating other people, those who are posting on LinkedIn, by commenting and sharing their post with your community members as well.
That's true. Absolutely true. In fact, I was just going to say that as you were going through there, I was just thinking about it, that you have gone from regular mortal to LinkedIn superhero, and you mentioned so many valuable points in there, how knowledge is a two-way street. You've got to mentor and receive mentor. And I tell people that mentorship is a two-way street. It's not always the mentee that always learns. Sometimes even the mentor as well learns. And I've been in such a situation before where I've been mentoring somebody, but I've learned a lot from the person. So that's been very, very useful. And just taking a look at your profile, it's what LinkedIn will call an all-star profile. And I'm sure all of us listening who want to also get to a point where we have an all-star profile, or like the proper way is an optimized LinkedIn profile. So can you tell us what are the benefits of having an optimized LinkedIn profile, and how can you optimize your profile for the best reach, the best outcomes on LinkedIn, so we can be like you?
Definitely. So just to add one thing, you just don't have to drink a glass of water because you need a glass of water. First of all, you need to understand why you need a glass of water. And that's where it depends a lot, because all-star profile, simply you are putting any information, or anyone putting any information on LinkedIn just to complete the profile. And that will definitely make a negative approach in the market. So optimizing your LinkedIn profile can offer several benefits to enhance your professional presence and career opportunities. Some of the tips I can share with all of you. Firstly, an optimized LinkedIn profile increases your visibility to potential employers, recruiters, and industry peers. You're not always looking for an opportunity as a job. Job is one type of opportunity. You're also looking for an opportunity to enhance your professional development through LinkedIn. Secondly, an optimized profile establishes your professional credibility. Ensure your profile includes your education, work experience, and credentials. Exactly all the details you have to put it on your LinkedIn profile. Sometimes people, they avoid putting their education credentials, their experience on LinkedIn. That's a personal choice. My recommendation is you have to discuss your profile through LinkedIn, especially if you are a newbie. You are a newbie in this country, you're looking for a cyber opportunity, you're looking for a career which can pay off all the hard work you have done to migrate to this beautiful country. Thirdly, an optimized LinkedIn profile facilitates networking opportunities. Imagine you have a lot of experience, but you did not put that experience on LinkedIn. As a recruiter, if I'm visiting your profile, I don't know you.
I don't see anything.
I don't see anything. And the only thing which I can see, yes, your smiling face and beautiful summary, nothing else, right? Your profile should reflect what you are looking. And additionally, an optimized LinkedIn profile can attract recruiters and job opportunities. There are few tips and few steps I can show it to you and discuss with you, which you can implement. Use a professional headshot. This is recommended. You cannot put a profile picture on LinkedIn. You are drinking a cup of
on
coffee.
The beach.
On a beach, you are sitting and you are enjoying and relaxing. Definitely. If that's a part of your industry and that industry you're representing, you can share. Because Canada is the country which can accept you the way you are. No one is going to judge you. But if I'm a software engineer and I'm sharing my profile from marketing perspective, then that's a misconnection. It's a mismatch between your skills and what you are presenting on LinkedIn. Then after, craft a compelling headline.
Yes, I was just going to ask you about the headline. How do you craft a compelling? What should the proper headline? What should it contain to make it appealing and interactive to those who are interested in looking for you?
Definitely. So your profile headline and the profile summary, they talk to each other.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, true.
first you need to write your profile headline, then profile summary. You need to identify three key skills in your profile. The three key major skills. So for example, if we are talking about cybersecurity, we have cybersecurity awareness, we have SOC analyst, we have incident response analyst, so we have pen testing, we have system administrator, we have network analyst, we have network administrator. So first of all, you need to identify, do not add five different skills which do not talk to
Jack
each
of all
other.
trades.
Yes, for all trades. So it's more or less like jack of all trades and master of none.
Exactly. I
So as
agree.
a
I
recruiter,
completely
I don't
agree.
know what's your expertise. You are telling me that you also like to have a coffee with the juice. They don't go with each other, right? So we need
True,
to put
true.
something which recruiter can understand. You are not the only one in this universe whom they are checking just your profile. They're checking a lot
Yeah.
of profile every day to find a polished, a well-fit candidate for their organization. So you can identify three skills. And if you
Okay.
want, you can also put Vancouver or Canada as a keyword in your profile headline. Reason,
Okay.
when
Yeah.
somebody will search cybersecurity, Vancouver, your profile will be in the top 10 list.
Yeah.
But
Because
you
the
have
right
to
keyword.
optimize. You have to
Yeah.
optimize every 2 weeks, every month, optimizing your profile and find relevant
Yeah.
keywords for your profile. And make sure all these keywords in the headline are also visible in the profile summary section. And this is very important.
Yeah.
And one
Thank you.
more thing, write a concise and captivating summary. This is very important,
Very hard to write.
very hard to write. And you know, one of the difference what I have seen, that people write their resume in the summary. People
True,
copy and
true.
paste their resume in the summary. My skills, my technical expertise, my technical skills. Don't do that. You have to write a professional summary. If you don't know how to write a professional summary, read other people profile. Check how
Exactly. Exactly.
they have
See how
written.
people do it.
Because we always learn from others. We learn from
Exactly.
their mistakes,
Absolutely.
we learn from their
Absolutely.
achievements, we also learn from our mistakes as well. Then include relevant keywords throughout your profile. The first section of your profile, you're saying I'm a marketing expert. Second section of your profile, you're saying that I'm a cybersecurity expert. Third section,
Which
you're
one are
saying,
you?
yes. And third section, you're saying I'm confused. I don't know. I don't know what to put and what to mention on my profile. Don't do that. Your profile must speak the same language from top to bottom. Maximum two
Absolutely.
skills. Maximum two
Okay.
skills. Not
Yeah.
more than two skills.
So you recommend that you should be laser focused on exactly what it is you want to get. So if you want to become a pen tester, then focus on that and leave everything else. If you want to go into audit and risk, focus on that, leave everything else aside. Perfect. I want to take you back a little bit to something you mentioned when you were talking about putting stuff on your profile. So I've seen people's profiles where they have all their entire education history, their primary school, their secondary school, their first degree, second degree. Is it relevant to put that much education in your LinkedIn profile? Do you need to go as far back as your elementary or kindergarten to put on your profile so people know you went to kindergarten, or what would you recommend?
That's a excellent question. So people usually ask that, should I just put my master's degree, my bachelor's degree, or do I have to put all of my 15, 16 years of formal education? Definitely, you need to put all of your education. Let me tell you the reason. You never know which alumni, maybe from your high school,
Oh,
maybe from
that's
your
a good tip.
childhood, where
That's a
you
good
have done
tip.
your right, and they are also in Vancouver, and you are gonna reunite with them after 16 years, and they have an opportunity for you, or maybe you have an opportunity for them. We are living in a circularized world as well, where everyone is connected. You never know whom
Yes,
you can
true.
help, and somebody will else will help
Help
you
you.
as well in
Yeah.
your career and enhancing your career opportunities. Always put all of your education credentials on LinkedIn.
Okay, thank you so much. Because I've thought about that before, and like you rightly said, it you don't know where you're going to meet someone who's going to help you, right? With someone you've met 20 years ago and they help you, so that's absolutely true. Um, you also mentioned something when you were speaking. You were talking about things to do on LinkedIn. You spoke about building a strong network on LinkedIn. Getting to know, making connections. That's the question. But some people are introverts. They don't know how to talk to people, right? And some people just are very shy and they're not very good at all this. So how do you build a strong network on LinkedIn? What are the things to do? Why is it important to build a strong network? And what are the techniques you can use to, build that network and engage in connections to optimize your profile?
There are two different approach. The first thing, remember the person whom you are gonna give an interview you never met in your life before.
Yes,
that
true.
person is also a stranger. You're going to sit in front of the stranger and describing your 16, 17, or 20 years of education in 20 minutes. And you are convincing that person to please hire you, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, you can also participate in the local community events. We have a strong community over here. We have women in cybersecurity. We have She Lead Tech. And we do have ISACA Vancouver. And I think when we upload this recording on YouTube as well, for all of you, we will also mention all the links in the description as well. So you will never miss any opportunity in cybersecurity in Vancouver.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That's very true. So just talking about, just drilling down a bit on that network. So optimizing connection requests, because sometimes some people would say, I go on LinkedIn and I send somebody a connection request and I didn't get anything back. Or what's the best way to do a connection request on LinkedIn? Should you add a message? Should you not add a message? All those things.
So my experience, as I have a community of 27,000 connections on LinkedIn, and my experience is, so my experience is that you have to participate in the cyber events and make sure your LinkedIn profile is ready. Whomsoever you are meeting, you are connecting with that person on LinkedIn. The very first thing we do a mistake in any event, we ask that person, you know what, I'm looking for an opportunity. You have a job.
Yeah.
So people avoid. Anyone can avoid. If somebody will ask you randomly in an event, do you have a job opportunity? Your answer, 90% cases is no. Okay, I will let you know, or something like that, which is, I think, universal fact, like the statement is true, right? So you have to build connection from the scratch. Do not randomly send request on LinkedIn. Whomsoever you are seeing on LinkedIn, you are sending a friend request. It's not Facebook. There is a difference between LinkedIn and Facebook. LinkedIn is a professional network. And yes, definitely, I don't know all of my 27,000 connections on LinkedIn, but they know somebody. This is how we are connected, right? My first degree, second degree, third degree connections. And remember one thing, you have to build a community. You have to talk to people. If you are introvert, just try to gear up the conversation in any cybersecurity event. We have a very nice and friendly community here in Vancouver. People are always eager to help each other, but don't just be too creepy to ask people to please find a job for you. That's not going to happen, and no one will do it for you. You have to do it for yourself, because this is your career and this is your profession.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one last thing I would like, So one last thing I would like to mention, that you can always ask people to give you the recommendation on LinkedIn. This is very important.
Very true. Very true.
Many people, they are brilliant, amazing, from different communities and different nationalities across the globe. They come to Canada to build up their career, but they end up not getting a job because they don't have a professional reference or academic reference. So how you get the reference? You do a volunteer job at ISACA Vancouver, Women in Cybersecurity, She Lead Tech, and then you can ask that person, can you please provide me a reference once you finish your job? Definitely people will do that, because you are also helping community to build an ecosystem of cybersecurity professionals. So first of all, you need to do something for the community, then community will give it back
for you. Yeah. So you have to give in order to receive. That's the lesson. So don't just take all the time. You have to give and receive. Yeah. Before we leave talking about building a strong network, there's another thing, and I know people have asked me this before, and that's why I think it's going to be relevant. Sometimes, LinkedIn, there's follow and there's connect, right? Do you have to connect with everybody, or could you just follow? When would follow be useful? When would connect be a better option? Because sometimes, like you said, some people have 5,000 friends on Facebook and they don't know every one of them, or they know all of them. Some people are very outgoing and social. So, but how can follow be useful? Because it's particularly when you spoke about, thought leaders, following thought leaders. Is it okay to send thought leaders a connection, or just follow them and write about things they do or to learn? Shed some more light on that if you can, please.
No, definitely. So follow and connection request. I would recommend always send a connection request. When you send a connection request to a person, you will automatically follow that person.
Yeah.
Okay. So now first you need to check the person profile. Maybe they already have more than 30,000 connections. On LinkedIn, you cannot have more than 30,000 connections. That's the maximum number of connections you can have on LinkedIn. You can have unlimited number of followers on LinkedIn. Maybe LinkedIn algorithm has been changed. Maybe you can have 3 million, 4 million, 10 million, 20 million followers.
Instagram.
like an Instagram, right? But you can always send a connection request to a person. Reason I can tell you, because on LinkedIn, we have two different types of account, basic account and the premium account. In a premium account, you have a feature to send a message. From the basic account, you have to pay. But if that person is a part of your connection, you don't have to pay, regardless of your basic account or the premium account. So you have to send a request. Okay. So some people, you can open their profile. Even though if you open my profile as well, you can see the follow button. You cannot see the connection button. You have to click on more, then you can connect with me. That means you will automatically follow me. And it would be an honor to connect with all of you, those who are listening to this conversation.
Thank you so much. And I'm sure your phone is probably popping off over because people are trying to connect with you already. We're going to share Sourabh's LinkedIn handle later on in the program, and it's also going to be available in the description for this video as well. But let's change tack. I know that while LinkedIn is considered a social media platform, it's quite different from Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all of that, particularly because Facebook is targeted at professionals, and because of that, there's specific tools that are useful for professionals. Tools for job search, tools for career growth. So how can we effectively utilize? Because it's one thing to use those tools, it's another thing to use them effectively. So how can you utilize the tools that are available on LinkedIn for job search and career growth? And what are those tools anyway as well?
No, definitely. So the one thing we have to understand over here, so when we build a strong network on LinkedIn, okay, so we can build a strong network on LinkedIn, start by connecting with colleagues, classmates, and friends. One mistake people do over here, let's say I'm from India, so I live in Canada. So if I'm keep sending a friend request to my Indian friends, those who are in India, they will never come to Canada. What's the point? Yes, definitely.
Why did you come to Canada then, right?
Then why I come to Canada if I'm still looking for an opportunities back in my home country, right? There is no harm to look an opportunity in any country, but especially if you're looking for an opportunity in Vancouver, in Toronto, in Calgary, in Edmonton, in Halifax, all the 10 provinces and 3 territories in Canada, you have to make connections over here, not outside Canada. You have to first, your human settlement is very important. Where you want to stay, where you want to work. If you are a wanderer, you want to travel to all the 10 provinces
digital
and 3
nomads,
territories, right? So then that's a different story. And personalize your connection request. Sometimes we say, thanks for the connection. Okay. Personalize. Hello and the person name. Hi, person name. The person would feel like, okay, I'm valuable.
You're making an attempt.
Attempt. Do not send them generic messages. Spend some time. Make sure your message is much more powerful. And you can also check the person profile as well, whom you are sending a message. You can also engage with relevant content. Sometimes people, let's say if tomorrow morning I will put an update on LinkedIn, health tips. Top 10 health tips to become healthy in Canada. Do you think it's relevant to my profile? No.
Even when did you become a doctor?
Yes. So definitely your profile has to be, let's say my profile is more or less like entrepreneurial, motivational and cybersecurity and educational profile. And my content should be relevant to this category only to convey my audience what they are looking. Otherwise, audience will be bored at any time. Then join and participate in LinkedIn groups. Seek out thought leaders and influencers. You have to follow people, those who are thought leaders as well on LinkedIn. You can connect with them, check out their experiences. Then after, attend LinkedIn events and webinars. You should know your local LinkedIn community in Vancouver. where people are connecting with each other. They are sharing. You are not the only one who is looking for a professional reference for a job. There are more than 10 million people in Canada. They are looking for a job. So
Of
you are
course,
one of them,
yes.
right? So
You want to
building a
stand out.
connection, be polite, be kind with people. If somebody will tell you, no, I don't have an opportunity or your skills are not relevant, take it and work on it. You
Okay,
cannot
thank
make happy everyone, and everyone cannot comment rightly on your profile. First of
you.
all,
Yeah,
you
not ice cream.
right. So that's one of the reason, and then provide value to others.
Okay,
You
yeah,
should not
very
be
important.
someone that
Very
who is
important.
always looking for a job on LinkedIn. I'm available to get hired. Okay, this is my skill. And one of the other thing I have noticed that sometimes people they put their resume as a post on LinkedIn.
Yes, I've
Never,
seen that, and I wonder why people do that.
yes, and never ever put a post on LinkedIn. First of all, you should have a list of connections. Imagine I'm from India and I have 300 connections from India. Now I put my resume on LinkedIn or I put a post that I'm looking for a job. Do you think my 300 Indian friends, those who are in India, they can find a job for me in Canada? Maybe yes, maybe no. But if those 300 people are based in Vancouver and in cybersecurity, the result will be exceptional because now you
Of
are
course,
talking
yeah.
to the community in a language which you are speaking and they are speaking as well,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. Yeah.
So then after, remember, building a strong network on LinkedIn takes time and efforts. And there are
No.
some tools as well as we have started our discussion. First of all, optimize your profile for job search. Make sure
Yes.
you have the right headline, profile picture, profile summary, your education, everything. Your LinkedIn profile is more or less like your luggage. You should pack your luggage first before to go to travel.
Yeah, of course. You don't travel and leave the luggage behind.
Definitely. And then leverage the job search feature. So
Yeah.
on LinkedIn, sometimes people would love to spend 60, 70, $80 for the premium plan. And they said premium plan will definitely help them to get a job. If you don't have more than 500 connections on LinkedIn, that is of no use. First of all, you need to build a community of cyber professionals in your LinkedIn profile. Then you can go with the premium plan if you really want. Next
Okay.
one, get noticed with a strong headline and summary. Again and again, I'm embarking on this particular two items on LinkedIn. Your headline and profile summary, they should talk to each other. You cannot say I'm a marketing professional in the headline and I'm a cybersecurity professional in the summary section. They should talk to each other. Then engage with job related content. So I'm looking for a cybersecurity job, but I'm engaging with, okay, how to become a dancer, how to become a singer, and how to travel.
Maybe they are
Uh,
changing their careers.
yeah, how to travel without money. I'm looking for these topics on LinkedIn, but I'm not looking for something which I have built my LinkedIn profile. Then after,
Mm,
utilize the easy apply feature. This is very important. When you
yes.
search the job on LinkedIn, there are some jobs where you directly send your resume from LinkedIn. You don't need a premium account for that. You can
Yeah.
do it with the basic account. You can directly send your resume. Now, your resume has a different information. Your LinkedIn has a different information. The employer will be confused that you are telling me something, you're showing something on your LinkedIn profile, the data doesn't match.
True,
Okay,
true, true,
so we are
true.
not classified our data in primary and the secondary data. So we have only one data, that is, I'm looking for a cybersecurity job. This is my LinkedIn profile, this is my resume, and both these two items, they talk to each other as well. Then after, utilize the open to work feature.
Yes,
If
I've
you
seen
don't
that a
have,
lot as well.
yes, if you don't have more than 500 connections, don't put open to work, especially if you don't have any Canadian cybersecurity experience. Don't use this
Yeah.
feature at all, because it might reflect that you are desperate to find a job. And don't talk to many people in the cybersecurity events that you're looking for a cybersecurity job. Otherwise, group of 20 people, they are talking about you. Don't talk to this guy or don't talk to this person because they're looking for a cybersecurity job. So you have to be a little bit, you have patience, and you can talk to people slowly. Take a deep breath, evaluate what you are looking, where you are at right now, and what you want to achieve. Get a professional guidance. At ISACA Vancouver, we do have a mentor and mentee program as well, where you can find mentors at no additional cost. You don't have to pay anything. It's absolutely free. The only thing, people cannot enforce you to study. Nobody can enforce you to study, right?
You have to do that yourself.
Yeah, you have to study and you have to be patient. And building a cybersecurity career in Canada, it's a long process. It might take anywhere between 3 to 5 years.
Yeah,
okay.
True.
Then after, leverage LinkedIn Learning. LinkedIn Learning is very important.
It's a beautiful platform. So much material on there. So much
material on it. And at the same time, you have to be very careful. Reason, when we are cybersecurity professional, we are learning everything. Today, we have seen cloud security, application security, data privacy,
AI,
artificial intelligence. And we are like, okay, I want to do something in AI, implementing the applications of cybersecurity. It doesn't work like that, right? You are driving, let's say, you're driving a car and you're dreaming about truck. And you're dreaming about that.
You have the wrong license.
I will fly a plane. You're flying a plane at night. So you have to be very careful what you are looking, what you are thinking, because otherwise people would assume, because the person who has 20, 30 years of local cybersecurity experience in the community, they know that where you are speaking and what you are looking, because they have met newcomers from a long, long time, and they were newcomers as well.
At one point,
Yes, and the best part in Canada, the people are very compassionate. They talk to you. They listen to you. And in many countries as well, people are compassionate. I'm almost everywhere, let's say, but you have to be very patient. You don't have to tell people, okay, please find a job for me. And remember one thing, all these tools will only work if you are focused. You know what you are looking. Now, I have seen some people, they are always talking about, I want to go into blue team. I want to go into red team. Don't use.
They didn't know what that means.
Don't use these fancy words. Be simple as the way you are. No one will judge you. Don't let people to be heavy on you. People are kind. You have to be kind, and you have to pass your message. If you don't know anything in cybersecurity, tell the person, no, I don't know, but I do have a computer science background. Please let me know, where do I start? And that's where the mentorship program plays an important role. And ISACA, they have mentored a lot of students. I am personally connected with ISACA since 2019. And just because of ISACA and besides Vancouver and some other events in Vancouver, I was able to build my cyber profile in Vancouver. So please use these tools. These are the real life tools. And then you have a LinkedIn tools. If both can talk to each other, then you will see the final product as per.
The sky is the limit. Sky is the limit.
Sky is the limit.
Absolutely.
But you have to be focused.
Thank you so much. I think one of the things I've taken away from all of what you've been saying since, it's important to be very focused. You don't just, it's like when you're trying to hit the target, you don't just spray it all over, and say, oh, you hit. You have to be very targeted to get what you want. So that's important. Thank you so much for talking about that. So thank you for all those comments. Those are perfectly what I think people would find useful. But I had this question I wanted to ask about, publishing articles or groups on LinkedIn or LinkedIn Live, which is a new tool that LinkedIn is recently introduced. So how can someone use those tools to actually leverage, growing their career on LinkedIn?
No, definitely. And it comes under personal branding. And personal branding on LinkedIn is crucial for establishing your professional identity, showcasing your expertise. And there are some key insights on personal branding on LinkedIn, which I would like to share. First one.
I'm sure people want to listen.
Yeah. So define your professional identity. So what does it mean? So what sets you apart from the others in your field? When you say that you are a cybersecurity professional, then you are. And under cybersecurity, what's your specialization? Many people, they won't be able to find, or they are unable to find a job in cybersecurity because they don't know their specialization. They keep on saying, I want to become a security analyst. I want to become a security analyst 10 times, 20 times, 1,000 times. It's not like nobody is listening to them. People are listening to them, but they never mention their expertise. Inside security analyst, what's your expertise? Then after optimizing your profile, your headline and your profile summary must go along with
Hand in
each
hand.
other, right? It's like a clap. One hand, you cannot clap.
Cannot clap with one hand.
You can clap with one hand. You need someone to clap.
Well, yes.
But you need someone. You need
You need two
someone.
hands. Yeah.
You need two hands to clap. Either your two hands or somebody else two hands.
Yeah, true.
Then
true.
after, curate your content, relevant news, relevant content on LinkedIn. Do not put anything. Do not post anything on LinkedIn which is not relevant. Then after,
Picture of your cat, for example.
definitely, and showcase your accomplishments on LinkedIn. So people say, I'm going to travel Europe. Okay, that's fine. But why are you telling me this on LinkedIn? Okay, I'm going to travel to Europe for a cybersecurity event. Now it's interesting.
That makes sense.
No, definitely. Now it's interesting. What are your key takeaways? What did you learn in that particular event? If you will only put, I'm looking for a job in cybersecurity, post it. And sometimes I did notice people, they do like their own post. And they're the only one who like their post. And they have zero connection on LinkedIn. They keep on posting, keep on liking their own post, and they comment on it as well. And sometimes reshare. You need a community who can check your content, those who can really connect themselves with your content. Then after, publish articles and create content. There is a feature on LinkedIn called article creation. You can use LinkedIn as a blogging tool.
Oh, yes, true. Absolutely.
You can write blogs on LinkedIn. It's free. You don't have to be have a premium account to create a blog on LinkedIn. Then network strategically. So strategic network is very important. You need to connect with people, those who are relevant to your industry. Right? As a cybersecurity professional, you are connecting with the people, those who are in web development. That's a mismatch. The category is same, information technology, but your category is information security. When you set up your headline on LinkedIn, there is an option called category. Choose your category wisely. I would recommend network and computer security or network security. There should be a category over here related to cybersecurity. You need to select that category. Then after, stay consistent and authentic.
Yes, I was going to ask about that. Being authentic, being real, being your true self.
Exactly. We write many things on our resume. Yes, definitely we need a job. And that's the one thing. We have a family to take care of it. But at the same time, you should not lie on your resume. And sometimes people don't lie, but the recruiter will say you have mentioned so many things on your resume. Reason is Canada is a new country. The work culture, how the people talk to each other within the organization is totally different. That's why you can attend some cybersecurity events and where you can learn how to initiate a conversation, how to talk to people, how to send your resume. Cover letter plays an important role as well. And on LinkedIn, what is the cover letter? Your profile summary.
Very important to have the right summary. Very important.
Definitely. So your profile summary is your cover letter. Your LinkedIn profile is your resume. So make sure whatever you are writing on LinkedIn, in the profile summary section, in the headline, the same thing is on your resume as well. You should not present 5 different things to the recruiter and they will be confused.
Which one is it? Are you a SOC analyst or are you a pen tester or are you into audit and risk?
Definitely. And remember, personal branding is an ongoing process. Sometimes it takes 2 years in Canada to decide what exactly you are looking in cybersecurity. So don't lose hope. And this LinkedIn will definitely add feathers in a cap and all the opportunities which you have been waiting from a long time. Keep on trying, keep on hustling, keep on connecting with people, and make sure the people will definitely connect back to you. And you can always follow up. You can always follow up with the people.
Yeah.
Okay, do you need any additional information or something? But strange request out of moon, you're sending someone 30, 40, 50 requests on LinkedIn, the result will be LinkedIn will block your account permanently.
Exactly. You're spamming.
You're spamming people.
Yeah. Okay. Just this one final thing, because something just came into my mind that I wanted to ask you about, and that's because we've touched on it briefly earlier. What's your opinion on, because like you said, LinkedIn goes hand in hand with your resume and your cover letter, and all of them all dovetail together. There's been a lot of rise in the use of AI tools like ChatGPT. What's your opinion about people using ChatGPT to, write their resumes and cover letters and craft the perfect LinkedIn profile?
Okay, so Chat GPT is not bad as an educator. If I will say someone don't use Chat GPT, do you think just because of my opinion they will stop using it? So
Maybe
we have
not.
Bing AI, we have Google Bard, we have Chat GPT, we have so many
So
other
many.
tools. We have generative AI as well, right? We
Yeah.
have people AI as well. We have so many tools. The one thing is 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Whether you're
Always.
using Chat GPT, you're using your calculator, you're using your brain, so no one can tell you that it's a plagiarized content. And you have to make sure that you are absolutely, so Chat GPT is legal or illegal. You have to check the federal government and provincial and territory laws, and for what purpose you are using Chat GPT. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not the person who has a LLB degree to comment that whether ChatGPT is legal or illegal. But if you are asking me for my day-to-day task, should I prefer Google search or ChatGPT? I would definitely say ChatGPT. Why would I spend my 20 minutes to search something on Google if ChatGPT can give me an answer? And remember one thing, on ChatGPT, the cutoff is September 2021. And after that,
Yes.
ChatGPT is not giving you the correct information. And sometimes you ask ChatGPT, I don't think so, this is the right answer. And ChatGPT say, sorry for the confusion, my bad. Let me give you the right answer.
Correct answer.
Right?
It's
So
been known to be wrong. It's been wrong before. Yes, it's been wrong
yes, so
quite a
you
few
can
times.
use ChatGPT to create a use cases, but if you are asking me, ChatGPT is good or bad, is a good tool, but it's not 100% correct tool. The authentication and verification plus the accountability, the person has to decide who is using these tools, not
Yeah.
the one who will tell you to use it or not to use it.
Yeah. And be careful of what you put in ChatGPT as well. Don't there could be privacy concerns with ChatGPT. So, but anyway, ChatGPT is a different conversation for today. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. So, but it's been a very impactful episode today. We've had so much nuggets, so much good information about how to leverage on LinkedIn to grow your career. So I just wanted to ask you, do you have any final remarks, any closing remarks, to sort of tie all of these things together in a bow that we've been talking about today?
Definitely. So thank you for tuning in today's episode. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in today's episode. We have explored various aspects of leveraging LinkedIn for career growth and personal branding. We have discussed strategies to enhance your professional presence on the platform for optimizing your profile. We did highlight some of the key aspects to highlight your headline, working on your education and experience section, how to make professional connection, and how to use your local communities as well. Again, I can highlight Isaka Vancouver, She Lead Tech, and Women in Cybersecurity. There are few other communities as well. You can join these communities, but again, you are responsible for anything happen out of these communities. I'm just suggesting these names. You have to do your due diligence from your side as well before joining or before creating your LinkedIn profile. This episode is just to highlight the use of LinkedIn and how to use LinkedIn to enhance your career opportunities. Creating a LinkedIn profile, putting your information on LinkedIn is your personal responsibility, and you will be liable for any misuse of this information on this platform. As you navigate your LinkedIn journey with me in today's episode, remember that it's just not about collecting connections, but also cultivating meaningful relationships and adding values to the professional community. And thank you for joining us on this episode. We hope you found these insights valuable. Stay connected, keep learning, continue to thrive in your professional endeavors. And Femi, what do you have a final remarks for our beautiful audience as well?
Yes, so the final things I'm going to say is thank you so much, Sourabh, for coming on today. We've explored the power of leveraging LinkedIn for your career success. Now, I know Sourabh has over 27,000 connections, but he still has room for some more. So you can connect with Sourabh on LinkedIn. It's Sourabh Aggarwal. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, the link to his profile is going to be down in the description, so you could actually connect with Sourabh on LinkedIn. He's open to connections. You can share from his wealth of knowledge. And don't forget, LinkedIn is a place not just to showcase your resume, but a place where opportunities await. And if you implement the advice you've received today, you can position yourself for greater visibility. So now it's time to put these insights into action. Take a moment to reflect on what you have learned today. Make a commitment to optimize your LinkedIn presence, update your profile, engage in meaningful conversation, and start building genuine connections. If you found this episode valuable, we encourage you to share it with your friends, with your colleagues, and anyone else who would benefit from leveraging LinkedIn for their career success. Because together, we can empower one another to create a vibrant network of cybersecurity professionals. Thank you once again for joining us on the CyberSec Migrant. Stay tuned for more evolving and inspiring episodes where we explore the ever-evolving world of cybersecurity. Thank you and goodbye.